What's up, everybody? It's the Digital World Podcast. And to begin this video, I want to show you what's happening in the Panda Nation. Okay? I'm not going to get into any specifics. I'm just going to show you the clips and kind of be very vague in my descriptions. But I'm sure you can read the headings here. What's happening is you're seeing a lot of people who are um, against a lot of what's happening, tyranny, and you push people to the brink, and they'll push back, and the you're clearly seeing how the people are reacting. They can't take it uh, anymore after 3 years of this. And at some point, you're you're gonna really um, cause tensions to rise. Now, you're seeing these camps, and they're everywhere in the Panda Nation, and they're supposed to be for, the scariant, right? That has been going around for the past 3 years. And now you're starting to see, well, they might not even be used for that. What they may be used for is for any dissidents or people who don't obey authority. And right now, more than ever, you've seen people's QR codes go red. And is it because they contracted said scariant, or is it because they did not obey um, uh, the law? So you're starting to see how this gets into a very Orwellian type of scenario. And it's truly um, horrifying to see this type of treatment, right, happening to um, human beings. And you're starting to get a grasp of, of where this is all headed. We've talked about CBDCs and ultimate control of the financial system, and that's going to enslave people, because now every transaction will be tracked, and your money or access to money will be controlled. You can be shut off at any point if you do not follow guidelines or rules. And we're starting to see things take shape. And folks, this is just a harbinger of things to come. And that's why I harp on the fact that you need to be ready. Take those steps, whatever they may be, to prepare. Because this is not, the world is heading towards a place which it has not seen. And by that I mean we're headed to what they're calling the One World Order, Agenda 2030, Event 201. All these different things are telling you where the world is headed. And you're seeing, this is a global phenomenon. This is not just isolated in one place. You're seeing people react worldwide in similar fashion. And that's because the tensions are building up. And so, with that in mind, let's move on to some market news. Here we see oil sets a new low this evening as it continues to mimic its crumbling behavior from 2008, Oil had a similar sized run up in 2007, proving these meteoric rises for this commodity are unsustainable. And you're seeing it at the pump. Gas is coming down um, quite rapidly, which is great for everyone. But we'll see how long this lasts. We know this is cyclical, but they're pushing the world towards a certain path. And you're seeing the climate pledges by companies. Here we see in prior bear markets, equities typically print multiple 3-day RSI values in the 20s at the Pico lows. Yet in 2022, neither the S&P 500 nor the Dow Jones has even printed a 3-day RSI below 31. This lens suggests we haven't seen a real dive yet. And here you can see that, right? And see that? We can see that all near 21 right here. But in 2022, we haven't been past 31.2. Okay? Here we see real estate values up 16% year over year, and we're forecasted to decline by a whopping 0.9% over the next 12 months. Where's the real estate crash everyone has been wanting? And folks, I personally know of so many people who sold their homes in anticipation that this market was going to crash. And while there's so many factors at play, right? No one could ever know everything about the market. But not all crises are created equal. What happened in 2008 was specifically in the subprime mortgage lending business, and that affected the real estate market. A lot of stuff of what's happening now is slightly different. I'm not calling myself an expert, but I'm just saying that when a lot of people are thinking, hey, this is what's going to happen, usually the opposite tends to happen. So I've always thought, hey, so many people are preparing for this and they're awaiting that crash, but what if that crash never comes? And that's why I've been trying to point out, like, hey, prices have come down a bit, but I mean, they're basically back at pre-pandemic or early pandemic values, and that's that they've dropped quite a bit. So we could possibly see that this may be a low, but we'll see. We'll see. There's the market is very big, and there's a lot of information. It's just something to keep watching and monitoring. And here, I remember when this came out in 2020, and it's very interesting to hear. And here, let me play it for you.
Those who do not adapt to this fourth industrial revolution will find themselves ousted and will lose. They will lose everything, including their freedom. In short, Klaus Schwab is threatening the head of government of the 20 most industrialized nations in the world to carry out the programmatic points of the Great Reset in their nation. This goes far beyond the pandemic. It is a global coup d'etat against which it is essential that people rise up and that the still healthy organ of state start an international juridical process. The threat is imminent and serious. Since the World Economic Forum is capable of carrying out its subversive project, and those who govern nations have all become either enslaved or blackmailed by this international mafia. In the light of these statements, and those of others no less delusional than Yuval Noah Harari, Schwab's advisor, we understand how the pandemic first served as a trial balloon for imposing controls, coercive measures, curtailing individual freedoms, and increasing unemployment and poverty. The new step will have to be carried out by means of economic and energy crises, which are instrumental to the establishment of a synarchy government in the hands of the global elite.
There you have it. Um, the tide is indeed uh, been changing, and the world is not the same, and it will not go back to what it was. It's onward from here, folks. And this has been a lengthier video, but I think it's important to get this news out. And so, as you watch this, remember it's a day by day approach. Do what you can, and thank you for watching. Like and subscribe to the channel. It's the Digital World Podcast, and I'll see you in the next episode.